The other area I wanted to review with you was the new relationship between AAH and ACHA, and you're on the board of both.
I am indeed and on the board of the foundation.
What is the status of that now, and how do you foresee it evolving in the near term?
Well, and interestingly enough, what you have heard is, or what you've witnessed this weekend is indeed a very public affirmation of what has already existed. And so that there is, I should emphasize, there's no structural change, and as you can well appreciate, the composition not only of the boards but of the constituencies of these organizations has tremendous overlap. So the two have consistently worked together in a very constructive fashion, and what you witnessed this weekend is simply an extension of that. So there's no structural change. I am probably one of the more responsible parties for making this happen as a joint effort. In part, or the serendipity of this to me was that this represented a way of clearly defining in a very complex competitive marketplace what our two organizations represent. Because unfortunately we have an alphabet soup of friends, colleagues, and competing organizations who themselves are meeting with legislative bodies, meeting with publications, and speaking at conferences, and any number of things. And candidly, the distinction among all of those is, I suspect, a blur to not only to the population in general, but to our constituency. So the serendipity of this joint effort was an ability to do what you witnessed yesterday morning, and have the presidents of the two organizations stand jointly and in as concise a fashion as possible articulate what the distinctions were and what the overall missions of the two organizations are. So I've gone overboard in really stating that there's no structural change. This is merely a wonderful opportunity to clarify.
As I understood it, I mean, if a nutshell description would be that AAH is member services for multidisciplinary membership, and that ACHA is for certifying architects.
A certifying body of a much smaller subset.
Right. About 330 odd architects.
Right. We can when we go online and pull up the slideshow. I think it was 377, but
it was 360. Some in the 360s, 370 thereabouts.
You probably copied that down.
But right now, how do you foresee this moving ahead in the near future? The two organizations working together.
The answer is I don't know the specifics, because this was just a very fast-moving, very I think successful first step. So based on that, the apparent success of that first step, I think each of the boards and a subset of the boards is now will reflect on this and move forward.
Excellent. What
we have done, and this is certainly public domain, is we have jointly expressed a desire to continue this more public collaboration, and I think certainly look forward to similar events in the future. But the structure of that is yet to be defined.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wish I could be more specific, but this is we're going to be evaluating. The very simple next step is those of us who've been most closely involved in the process will be meeting over dinner tonight, and then we'll have a formal reflection in about 2 weeks.
I see. Well, thank you very much, Peter.